hit go live.
Thank God I'm here. You guys would have been talking to a blank screen and no audience.
So, my bad. Okay, we are officially live, I believe. Yes, I see the ticker now.
Oh, do you?
For the last 5 minutes, I've been talking to a blank screen because I forgot to hit the go live button. So thank goodness Catherine was invited. Hello. How many viewers do we have?
Wait, are we live?
There's probably a 15-second delay.
Oh, is there? Okay.
There should be, or it's like a 20-second delay. It's definitely live.
It definitely is? Okay.
Tell me when it goes live so I know how long the delay is.
Oh, but it said live.
We're live. Oh,
We're
Jesus.
live. Okay.
That's us.
Wait, turn it up so we can just. I want to make sure
no, it does.
Great. Okay.
I think that's pretty good.
Right.
Hello. So like I was saying, we're live. Thanks for coming to. How many concurrent viewers do we have right now?
I mean, it says one.
Oh, cool. So thanks to the one
So
viewer.
far?
Thank you, Alex. Or me. Yes.
This is the right link, right? The one I sent you.
I believe so.
Okay.
Oh, I mean,
Cool. We'll wait for some more people to show up.
okay. Now there's 3 people.
Okay.
But that might just be you, me, and Rajiv.
I'm gonna just put here. Feel free to ask questions.
Heck yeah. Make them as personal as possible. My therapist was busy today, so I need to just give them.
Yeah, we need to chat with the people here. So for the 3 people, or however many, I guess I can pull my analytics. There we go. Concurrent viewers, 3. Oh yeah, look, there's one. Yeah, 3 people right now. Anyways, for those people who have joined, I'm Alex. I run this channel. I used to be a UC Davis student. I currently work at UC Davis as a multimedia specialist.
Me next? I'm Gauruv. I'm a 3rd-year undergraduate student at UC Davis studying electrical engineering, and I also make YouTube videos, mostly about school, anything I find funny, stuff like that.
I'm Catherine, 4th-year human development major. I have a Cats YouTube, which is run by this guy. It hasn't been posted. Nothing's been posted in a while.
But we have 100 subscribers today.
Woo!
We'll reintroduce ourselves every once in a while as we get more viewers. Hello, person. Neha, Negi. But we already have our first question, which is awesome. So the question is, and I'm going to direct it to Garv, I think.
Okay.
So I've applied to Davis Mechanical Engineering and got waitlisted. Actually, I might point it to Catherine. What are the chances that I'll get in with a compelling statement and clear academic improvement? I'm going to direct it to you first because you were waitlisted.
You were?
I was waitlisted, but that was for a sociology major.
Okay.
But can you talk about the process of being waitlisted and like what you did?
Yeah. So, I mean, he said he got waitlisted.
In mechanical
Compelling statement. If you have a compelling statement, I think it's fine. I feel like I wrote about bicycles in my statement. I was like, I like bikes, but only because I Googled what to do if I was waitlisted at Davis and some other person said, like, talk about something. Oh, no, wait, I remember. Okay. It's important to like, look up faculty, I think, that work in your field, mechanical engineering, and then say like, oh, I'd be really interested in working this person for blah 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 reasons, and I think that shows like commitment and like I mean, you're Googling like people on the campus and stuff. So I think that's what I did for sociology. I don't know how competitive like mech or engineering is.
I don't really either. No. But what's interesting is there's also the mention of I have clear academic improvement. Is that like, where is that? What's that comparing? And does that matter? I don't know.
I don't know how, like, I don't know the waitlist process that well,
Yeah.
so I don't know if they're going to look at, like, oh, did you, sorry, I just saw that comment. I don't know if you're going to be able to, like, necessarily, like, oh yeah, look, I improved, because they're not going to see your final grades until, I believe, when do you find out about waitlists? When did you find out?
I don't actually remember. I want to say like a month or 2. It was 4 years ago. So I don't remember.
A month or 2 being April,
A month.
May?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I had SRI'd for another college. Yeah.
Yes, Delton, that is Ohana's, but be nice in the comments. Be nice.
Okay, so they asked me for my senior year's first semester grades. I see. Interesting. Okay. And then, so assuming that means you started high school, with a certain amount of grades, and then senior year you got better?
Yes,
Is that what
I
it is?
assume that's what they're
I
saying.
think, if you're always improving, that's
Yeah.
not a bad thing.
I think if you can show academic improvement, and I think if you show that like UC Davis is the school that I really want to be at because of X, Y, and Z.
But make it UC Davis specific.
Yeah, talk about the culture here. Talk about things that maybe it's the program. Maybe there's a certain professor. Like talk about something specifically.
Yeah.
I think that will help.
Yeah. You talk about mechanical engineering. Yeah, I would just really maybe research a little bit about your engineering department and say why you're going to be a good fit with it. Like, what does Davis bring to the table that no other college does, and why that would make you successful in your career going forward? I think that would be a really good angle to take. Yeah, be weirdly specific. I think it would work in your favor.
All right, so junior year, I normally get like 2 Bs with 5 classes, but last semester I took 6 classes and only got 1 B. Yeah. So I think you're on the right track. I think you know what you need to do and what you want to do. So, just be real about it. And I'm sorry if it looks weird that I keep looking at my screen. I'm just paranoid that this thing's gonna freak out. But yeah, no. I think that's a good start. Can you join UC Davis? As long as you apply and get in, you can join UC Davis.
Yes.
That's and yes, that's Ohana's. It's their barbecue pork and barbecue beef combo. So we don't have any questions currently, so we can ask each other questions about UC Davis.
Oh man. What's your favorite part about the school? What do you love to see every day?
I love bikes.
You do?
Part of the whole thing when I came here on my campus tour was my tour guide was like, you need to like yield to the bikes and beware of the bikes, and I was like, yes, that is me. I am the bike.
Yeah.
So I really loved the bikes. I love biking around campus. It's so pretty. It's a flat, so you can go really fast if you have a really fast bike.
But you could get ticketed.
You can totally get pulled over. I got pulled over my freshman year. Now, I was vlogging and biking at the same time. I don't know which one. She said it was because I was going too fast. I don't know what truly it was, but that was a really interesting experience. Haven't happened before, or again, sorry, since. But it was definitely really interesting. Yeah, definitely, Renee. You are welcome for doing the live stream. If there are questions, feel free to ask them in the comments section. We've got... Okay. Ooh, we've got more questions. Whoa, we've got lots of questions. All right, I'm going to take them in order. So I'm interested in drones. And I'm taking a course about it in a community college. Nice.
Cool.
I'm hoping to relate that to how involved UC Davis is in agro. Yeah, I do know just from some brief work I've done with a few different departments that, yeah, drones are a thing. They're a big deal in agro. I know that the engineering department works a lot with actually like making drones and creating better drones. I know the agricultural department uses it for surveying, so there's a lot of cool drone stuff. There's a drone club, I believe, on campus. You do need a flight permit technically to fly in UC Davis, so be aware of that. But there's a lot of cool places around here that you can fly as well. Do you want to add anything about drones? I think I'm the only drone owner in this couch.
No, I have a drone.
Oh, yeah?
Is
Is it your office worker?
Huh?
Is it an office worker? Sorry.
Oh.
I watched a video recently.
No, drones, I don't know. Drones are like the new stuff, and so it's cool to touch on the news. And I like how they talked about agro and drones because it takes their mechanical engineering
No, definitely.
and then it weaves it into what Davis is known
Yeah.
for, which is agriculture. So I think putting those together is really dynamic. Yes.
Brian Messina says, "Hi y'all, heart. Any insight on the sociology department?" This one used to be a sociology.
I was only a sociology major for like 1.5 years. I've taken only 3 classes, but I can tell you about those 3 classes. I feel like I took classes with really good professors, because when I started looking into switching my major and looking up the professors that taught, I was just seeing lots of bad stuff, and I was like, man, maybe I should stay. But I don't even remember what classes I took.
I took Soc 1, I think, right?
I think
was it Soc 3?
Probably took like Soc 1, I think it was Soc 3.
Soc
Soc 1, Soc 3. Soc 3 was taught by this weird Irish guy who went on those long tangents. This class was a full 2 hours long, I think, or 2.5 hours long. And he just would never, I didn't like that one, but the rest of them I've had good experiences with. Unfortunately, I have nothing else to offer on that.
Why'd you switch? Was it a sociology thing or what you were going towards that was kind of the intrigue?
It was more what I was going towards. When I entered college, I wanted to be a teacher, so then I chose sociology. But then I realized that, because I'm pre-occupational therapy, fingers crossed. So then I saw that all the officers of that club were all human development majors, and it just seemed more relevant to what I wanted to do in the future, so I ended up switching. And if I still wanted to do teaching, I could still do that with human development. It was actually probably better that I switched for teaching.
Okay.
Daniel, who I know is a frequent viewer and also someone that had some thoughts about Latitude. How about those online finals?
Yes.
I'm not a student, so I can't speak on those. So, hello.
What about you, Gauruv?
Yep, I have. All of our finals are now online. That's true. And hello, Daniel. I haven't met Daniel yet, but I've met Alan, and I know you guys are friends. So hello. Yeah, online finals. I didn't think this was gonna happen.
Really?
Like, well, now I'm like, oh yeah, it's gonna happen. But like, if you asked me a month ago, are we gonna have all online finals? I was like, oh no, why would we do that? But now we're here. It's reality. That being said, all the finals are now online. But for some reason, I have a class that's still making me come in for all these labs and lectures, and it's garbage. I tell you what.
Oh man.
But no, yeah, it's interesting. I mean, there's nothing you can do. Just make the best of the situation. Yeah.
Sorry. This thing's called Tea Time Talks, and we haven't poured our tea yet, so
Ooh.
I felt like we need to
We're spilling some tea.
Here you go.
Because that class was trapped. It was just me.
We're having mint tea from fresh mint leaves today.
Oh, such a cool.
Yeah, it's also hot.
My finals were not moved online because the Japanese department planned ahead, and they were like, okay, we're gonna, because it was supposed to be next Friday, but they moved it up a whole week, much to my dismay. So it was today, and then I had that final, and then we had anatomy lab practical, so they weren't gonna, I mean, that's still during, it's not during finals week, it was today. So they didn't cancel that one either, which is good, because I don't know how they would have done that online. And then my anatomy lecture final also got moved online. They don't know what they're doing yet. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's one final that's still up in the air for us.
Yeah.
And he's like, the leading candidate is doing an online proctored one. I'm like, leading candidate? It's not politics. Just tell us what we're doing.
It's not the Democratic primary?
Yeah, I'm like, no one's voting. You're deciding alone in an office.
Autocrat.
It's, yeah. Davis mentions they're big into aviation club.
Yeah, I know it exists.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
I didn't either, actually.
Yeah.
So I know it exists only because they had reached out to me 2 years ago, or wait, last November. Sorry, when I say last November, 2018 November, to actually go do a video with them. They do a free come fly with us in November usually. That's about just kind of getting club engagement, and I was going to, and then we had the smoke closure.
Oh my god.
So, I know that, I don't know how hard it is. We do have an airport on campus. It's part of our campus. So, in theory, it can't be that hard, I don't think. You just have to do all the things that you'd normally have to do to get a pilot's license, which is a lot of tests, and a lot of training, and a lot of reading, and a lot of studying and memorizing, and then getting the flight hours in, so definitely possible. Yeah. I mean, there were still classes this week. There was... the communication was a little confusing this week. I'll be real with y'all. You mentioned looking up faculty, so what do you think faculty is looking for in students? Are you talking about professors, or what kind of people?
Well, when I was talking about faculty, it was in reference to the Weightless thing, so I think it was more towards maybe having interest in becoming a research assistant to the professor, or being interested in whatever research they're currently doing. That way the school is oh wow, this person wants to help out this professor, that would be good for this professor and for our school. But that's mainly for Weightless. I don't think they're looking at that at all for regular applicants.
And again, one of the things to think about is that I mean, it is a public university, so almost all the professors here are doing research or conducting research, and so you can find out what kind of research they're doing. I know if you go into the College of Engineering's website, you can find all sorts of stuff about what they're up to. You can start Googling names, and that will help give you a little bit of background on these people, and then you can start calling out specific things. Oh, Dalton wants to know about Machete Man. Machete Man was a thing. I work over in the Segundo area, and so it was an interesting day when I got the alert saying there was a Machete Man.
Mm-hmm.
But we found the machete. Someone that was that works at the building I work in actually found the machete, I believe. But the man is still a man.
Still at large.
Mm-hmm.
Still at large.
Yeah.
He is now a BMX bike man.
Oh.
Because he was riding a BMX bike.
Interesting.
Yeah, but no machete. He's machete-less.
Yeah.
I don't think we'll ever get an update on that.
No.
Yeah, probably not, honestly. Unless he
No
goes
closure.
out and gets another machete.
Yeah. No, what would have been funny is, so at noon they say, there's a man with a machete, right?
Yeah.
1 o'clock, they say, we have found the machete. The man is outstanding. What would have been funny is if they came in with a third update that was like, okay, so we have the man. Guys, we don't know where the hell the machete went. That would be good. That would be good. Oh, Chris, hello. How are you?
Yeah, Smoothie Chris says...
Yes.
Smoothie Chris.
Chris and I went to high school together.
Aw.
Oh, Jesus.
Should I spill the tea on Garv?
Yeah.
Yes!
What's the worst thing I've done?
What is the most embarrassing thing you can tell us?
Yeah.
And then the most positive
yes.
thing.
Yes.
What?
Well,
What is this?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and go to Rajiv's question real quick. Sorry if I butchered people's names. Also, suppose I get in, I'd want to save up as much as possible. Oh, would you recommend renting a place for my first year, or is the first year dorm life worth it? Well, I can't speak too well on this because it's everyone's personal financial situation. I think there is something to be said to living in the residence halls your first year at UC Davis. I think that there's a culture and a community that you gain to... You can gain from living there. But financially, if you think the burden is too much or you think there's a better way, there are ways to do it. I do think one of the things to think about, though, is what's your cost of transportation or buying furniture or moving or utilities, all those things, and meals and grocery shopping compared to the meal plans and living in the residence halls. And then the other thing I would also be aware of is that it affects your financial aid, whether you're living on campus or off campus. So that's something to think about. Depending on how long the coronavirus lasts, you can get 0% interest rates on your federal student loans currently, so that's a thing. But I mean, it's really personal to each person's financial situation. I would recommend, if you're unsure, talk to a financial advisor at UC Davis. You can find them on the financial website for UC Davis. They can probably help you a little bit more than any of us can. Anything to add?
Question. You can get like a meal plan without living
You
on
can
campus.
get a meal plan without living on campus. So if you were looking to live off campus but you wanted a meal plan, you can get one. But it is a slightly different rate, I believe, than when it's included in your residence hall package.
Wait, I have ad.
I think you covered it pretty well.
Oh, one more.
No, I don't know. I mean, if you're coming in as like a mechanical engineering major, you're adjusting to college life.
Oh, that's the other thing, yeah.
And like, I don't know. I think it's just easier for your first year to have your meals already dealt with a meal plan than like having to, if you've never like cooked before, having to figure out how to cook and like manage your time cooking while also still having like, you gotta do the dishes afterwards too, and like still have time to like want to do schoolwork. And I feel that, like, I don't know, I would get lazy.
And it's a big transition,
Yeah.
moving from like being in your parents' or your guardian's house to being on your own. I mean, I think like for Kat and I, we lived together, if people didn't understand that yet.
I mean, they're new.
I don't, well,
They're
sorry,
new
I'm hoping a
songs.
lot of you have seen the one video, so maybe you guys got it. But it's a lot of like we need to go grocery shopping, we need to go and do laundry, we need to go get cash out of the ATM to get quarters. In the residence halls, you go downstairs, you swipe your credit card, debit card, and you do your laundry. It's pretty simple. I don't know, do you have anything to add?
Yeah, I think anything to alleviate the stress is good, and I think the dorms do a really good job of making you not have to worry about too much. So I think if it's financially feasible for you, I would do it.
Also, it sets you up with like a network of friends that's
Exactly.
like readily available, and you got 4 like levels of a dorm or however many.
Yeah, I mean the
dorm
high
buildings.
rises have I think like 5 or 6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean so
So easier way to make friends, and I think you might struggle a little bit more. But I mean, there's tons of clubs on campus that you can join your first year, so you'll find friends either way, really.
I do recommend the Res Halls.
Yeah.
I had a really good time. I really loved it. You can go back and watch the old vlogs from back when I made old vlogs that were really good. Okay, Smoothie Chris, you haven't spilled the tea yet.
He said very good things. I was his bias, which I'm very familiar with the BTS culture. People. That's a compliment.
K-pop stands.
Yeah.
Goodness.
He said he stands the Virk. I'm the Virk, I think.
I see that.
Yeah.
What majors are you currently in, and what classes are you taking this semester? Well, Renee, first thing, I dropped out, so I don't take classes. I was a cinema digital media major, and the last classes I had taken were Japanese 2, documentary studies, and something else. I'll pass it on.
I'm human development. I'm taking anatomy lecture and lab, so CHA 101 or EXP 106, and also Japanese 2.
Wow. Oh, I'm an electrical engineering major. And
Wow! Smoothie Chris, you've won my heart.
Yo, shout out
Am
to
I
Chris.
supposed to give the money to Garv, though?
No, no.
I'm
No,
keeping
you,
it.
That's you. Yeah.
Thank you,
Aw.
Smoothie.
Yo, shout out to Chris.
Nickname Smoothie now.
I'm an electrical engineering major, and right now I'm taking a Math 22A class, which is linear algebra. I'm taking a Physics 9B class, which is, I mean, it's a bunch of stuff. It's like starts with velocity and whatnot, then it gets into yeah, like going fast and slow and whatnot, and then it gets into like lenses and reflection, and then now we're on thermodynamics, and then it's all very disgusting. Yes, and
I like physics.
I hate physics.
I think physics is cool.
Barely passed.
Yeah, it's not the greatest.
I
if you know.
barely passed the non-math one.
Oh, yeah?
So.
The non-calc based physics that doesn't
Yeah.
make sense.
Yeah, and then the last thing I'm taking is probably the most disgusting. It's called EEC 18, and it's a digital systems class. And that name means nothing to anyone.
What is
Yeah, what
EEC?
does that mean?
I don't know, right?
Is
Wait,
EEC?
EECs.
I don't know what EEC.
Electrical?
I think electrical, right?
I think it's electrical and computer.
I think so. And that class is basically dealing with like building circuits online and stuff like that. Yeah.
You can build a circuit online. It doesn't
Yeah.
have to be like,
Yeah.
With
Well,
hands?
you build the
Or
software to it,
ah.
and then you hook up this little FPGA board, the particular circuit board, and then the software you program hooks up to that.
Nice.
That's
And,
cool.
yeah. So all software, not hardware stuff. It'll probably be later. I say that, but I don't know.
Vidisha says, your video was the first Davis video. I watched when I got into grad school here. Loved
Oh.
them. Got me all hyped about Davis.
Yeah.
Yay! I'm not sure who you're talking to, but
Oh, that's true.
there's 2 of us.
Oh, well,
But-
probably your channel.
Maybe my channel.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah.
You should watch his stuff too. It's
Very funny.
sarcastic take, I'd say.
Wow.
It's great. Oh
you.
wait, we got some Japanese here.
Oh God.
Can you read?
皆さんは日本語を
Shimasu.
話しますか?
Do we
Right?
speak Japanese?
Man, it's been a while. Sorry, I took it a long time ago. Is that
What if that's like a really dark
Yeah.
secret about?
Oh, you read it right.
Yeah, good job. I was surprised you knew the speak kanji. You did study it. I wasn't
I've been doing a
surprised.
lot of Duolingo, guys.
That's good. Lingo dear.
Lingo deer. Oh yeah, Lingo deer. Not. The system's current bitrate is crashing.
ちょっと話します.
What
A
does
little
that?
bit. I speak a little bit.
What does that mean?
Oh, everyone, or like to us. Do you guys speak Japanese?
I'm sorry, the stream
Oh.
is like crashing.
I guess that's.
はい。ちょっとします. No, 話します. Yeah.
Mm.
Not barely bad.
Oh, our stream is.
Does that mean they can't hear?
My stream is. I don't know if you guys can't hear me, but my stream is breaking, so I'm gonna quit some of my applications.
You should have done in the first place.
Not sure why my stream's crashing so hard.
So I'm so hooked onto the whole Weightless process. But when did you get a decision for the Weightless application?
Oh
Remember?
man, I really don't remember.
Yeah.
I
April, May, probably.
think April or May.
Yeah.
It wasn't. I don't know. All I did was sign an SRI with UC Santa Barbara, and then I don't think I did anything else. But I don't think that helps in terms of like relative timeline. I didn't sign up for like any orientation for Santa Barbara. That helps. I don't know. I'm sure on Google there might be an answer because I don't remember.
Yeah, it's probably listed somewhere, right?
Yeah.
If not listed.
I would say within like, they'll probably start releasing it within 2 months, is my guess. A month, maybe a month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so.
'Cause, I mean, students will start declining.
Yeah.
Probably like this weekend.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
best
wait.
of luck to you.
The stream is just going wild. See if that fixed the bit right.
Like 1080p.
It's like the stream rate. Got excellent connection again. Okay, I think I kind of stabilized it. Catherine's gonna go make some more tea. Yeah, so again, if you are just joining us, my name is Alex Fisher-Wagner. I make YouTube videos. I work now for UC Davis as a videographer and photographer.
And I'm Gauruv Virk. I'm a third-year undergraduate at UC Davis studying electrical engineering, and I make YouTube videos as well.
And Catherine, who's making some more tea for this tea time talk, is a fourth-year human development major, so she's a senior, and she has a YouTube channel in my descriptions about her cats that I also help. Oh, good. I'm glad that you've seen both of our channels. That's exciting.
Thank you. Oh my
Yes,
goodness.
thank you. Again, sorry if things are delayed. There's definitely a delay on our stuff. Are you on my Wi-Fi?
No, I'm just using data.
I'm gonna pull myself off the Wi-Fi in case the stream's breaking that way.
Gauruv, as someone applying to an engineering major, what do you think you could help, or I can't talk, what do you think could help me stand out when talking about myself in the Weightless statement? Man, so what makes you stand out? Were you in any clubs? Were you in a robotics club? I know mechanical engineering deals with a lot of hardware, right? So robots also deal with a lot of hardware. You could touch on that. Basically any extracurriculars that show that you're interested in this field would, I think, do well in your essay. Also, the thing that engineers always love, and I don't know if this is in the college level, but I know in the working level, is that if you work well in groups, that's something they really like to see. I don't know how much colleges value that, but it wouldn't hurt to talk about that you're a good team player. So that's another thing. If you played in sports, if you were in clubs, if you were in band or something, anything where you're in a small team, even if you weren't in those. I know in school they put you in these groups with people that you don't really want to work with, but how did you traverse that, leadership role that you were thrown into and come out with a good final product? I think that would be good to touch on. So basically, to recap, anything that involves building something or your major, engineering, touch on that. And then any extracurriculars where you were shown as a leader. I think those are two really good points, leadership and engineering. And maybe they always like personal stuff. So did you visit Davis when you were younger and it really struck you as the place to be when you were older? It would be this nice full circle moment.
Or do you have some relative that went here that you're so inspired by?
Yeah, I think those are good things to touch on. And you also have to remember you can only do your best, and then it's up to luck at some point, because there's a lot of people that want to go here or whatever, and there's probably a lot of people that deserve to go here that didn't get in. So there's a certain point where luck takes over. You can only do your best, which I don't know if that's cynical or optimistic, but I hope it made you feel better.
Let's see. Can you explain the FFT algorithm?
What is FFT?
I don't know.
Huh.
It's from Smoothie.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching both of our channels. We
Yeah,
appreciate the AdSense.
Thank you, Chris. FFT. We'll come back to it because I have no idea what that means.
Well, it's delayed, so we'll find out in 20 seconds.
I'm very nervous and scared about leaving home for college because of how close I am to family. Any advice/tips? Also, you guys are UC Davis vlogging legends. Look at us.
We try.
Oh my god.
I try, let me rephrase, but I disappear for 8 months at a time.
Yeah, well, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. That's very kind. Thoughts about leaving home for college because of how close you are to family. You know, do you want to say something?
I don't know. I'm just waiting for my tea.
Oh, that's fine.
Okay, great.
I think one of the things I would say is bring things that remind you of home with you to college. Whether it's pictures or mementos or, you know, traditions even. Maybe there's a thing that you do with your family every weekend, and maybe it's something that you do over FaceTime, or maybe it's something that you share with your new friends that you'll make at college. And if you live really far, I get that can be hard to like find a way to go home all the time, but if you live close, you know, find a way to go home and visit. There's a lot of easy ways to actually get back to the Bay Area or LA. There's a whole rideshare page, there's Flixbus, there's airports really close by. So there's options, there's also Amtrak. Of course, right now with coronavirus, it's a little harder to travel. But, you know, overall, there's definitely ways to get around and visit home. But yeah, take the time out of your day to call the loved ones at home and talk to them, update them on your life, see how their life is. Those would be the things I would do.
Yeah, it's hard, but yeah, I would just try to do the stuff you do at home. Just try to see what you can keep going. Like I call my mom every night and we talk for like an hour, so that keeps it like I pretty much see her. I mean, I live very close. Like if I wanted to go home, it's like a 40-minute drive,
right?
So I don't have the same effect as you. But yeah, I find just having that someone you can just throw up information to about your day is really nice. So yeah. And you find what works. You know, maybe a phone call won't work, but maybe like text throughout the day or the play. You just gotta feel around, see what makes you happy.
This one's directed to Gauruv, but I'm gonna also help answer it. What do you know about the other engineering majors? Do you think it's viable to double major across engineering and LNS in completely unrelated fields? So I used to be a computer science and engineering major. That was the very first major I had when I actually came here as a computer science and engineering major. LNS major, it depends on the LNS major. I know that if, let's say you were going for like a chemistry major, there's a lot of overlap. A lot of the engineering classes demand that you, all engineering classes, I believe. Oh, that was loud.
Sorry.
All engineering classes require that you take chemistry, right?
Yeah.
Chemistry,
a little bit, yeah.
Physics,
math,
calculus specifically.
Yeah, calculus.
So you have to take those. And so if you're doing a sciencey LNS major, then yeah, so you're going to have some overlap. The big thing is to like know how much workload that you can take on, how many years you want to be here. So if you're double majoring, you're more likely to do 5 years, especially with one LNS, one engineering. And then also, you know, what is the number of units that's total? Because there is like a cap on units that you can take overall. So you'd have to ask an advisor about that. You want to add anything?
Yeah. So, is it valuable to double major in these unrelated fields? It just depends what you want to do after college.
Viable. Not valuable.
Yeah, it's the same thing. In this context. I know it's not the same thing in real life, but in this alternate reality that is this live stream.
Got it.
Yeah. Is it viable? Yeah, it just depends what you want to do after college. Because you have to remember, college is just the thing that's supposed to get you a real life job. And then once you've been working for X amount of years, college is just kind of like a piece in your puzzle, but real life experience will ultimately, I think, trump that. So whatever gets you to that real life experience as efficiently as possible, I would just do that. So if that involves majoring in these weird things, you know, then yeah, if that's required, then do it. But if it's not, I wouldn't recommend stressing yourself out. Everyone's different. I'm just in school to get the certification, you know. I don't know if I want to do all this exploring. I'm going to save that for like after college, you know.
I will say, I mean, to go off Garv's point, like, experience is really important. It's what allowed me to actually drop out. I had enough experience to find my own job or find my own business there at that point, and so I don't have the degree. So there's different ways. There is no right way. Do the way that best works for you.
And I agree, Renee, because college, like, I wish, oh my god, education is the best thing, and I never want to stop learning in life, but the thing I found in college is that, for me at least, it's this degree of difficulty that I found I just want to get it and then get out. And the thing is, I want to get out is because I've seen the other side. I've now done 3 internships in kind of the field I want to be in, and being in those internships, I've realized, oh, I really want to be doing that. So I've basically altered the way I see college just because of real life experiences. It doesn't hold the same value to me as I think it did 3 years ago when I started. But yeah, in a very perfect world, I love that idea that you're in college just to learn about everything. But from what I've learned in my own reality is that I just want to get my stuff done and get the hell out of here. So, I'm sorry.
Do you have anything to add?
No.
Okay, so yes, Smoothie Chris is right. Definitely, find friends that are older than you. They can provide you with a lot of good resources. That's all I'm going to say on that. Let's see. How big are the class sizes for UC Davis, especially as a freshman? I'm going to be going in as an undeclared life sciences major.
So like chemistry and stuff, right?
Yeah. You want to talk about lecture hall size?
Yeah. All your like GEs, like Chem 2A, Biz 2A, Physics ?
Mhm.
Bio.
Bio.
Biz is
Oh
bio.
yeah, chemistry, bio, all have math. You guys have a really big lecture hall for math?
Yep.
The same as like Silac?
It's for me it was herring.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so those are like 3 things will have ginormous class sizes. Like I
For
know
the lecture.
Mhm.
Yeah, for lecture. Science lecture hall I think holds like 300.
Mhm.
California is probably the same, hearing is about the same.
Yeah.
That's kind of similar to any like easy GE classes too. But then you also have like discussion alongside of it, which is only maybe 20 people,
Mhm.
and then
Yeah.
you're working with a TA, so it's a much smaller scale.
Mhm.
Yeah. But once you get into like upper division classes, there's like less people in the classes for the most part. Even if it's like a lecture, it's like a smaller lecture.
I agree. Yeah. It's like, yeah, I found like my lectures are like 200
Mhm.
something. And then, yeah, the discussion once a week is like more traditional class.
Yeah.
30-ish, 20-ish.
Mhm.
Rajiv asks, so I'm also pretty interested in business, and I know that Davis has a special business course, I think it's a major, called Managerial Economics,
Mhm.
Man-Econ, for short. So what's unique about it, and opinion about minoring in it with MEC?
I don't actually know anything about Man-Econ, but
Oh,
I
yeah.
have friends that have taken it, I think, and I don't know, I mean, they're doing it. They stuck with their major
Yeah.
minors.
I feel like we know a lot of people that are Man-Econ.
Yeah.
I personally don't know anything about the major, except that I know a lot of people that are in the major. And I think it goes back to, like, do you have the space in your schedule, in your mental schedule even, to take on a minor? And then what's that minor going to do for you? Like, is it worth something? Is it just like, do you think that you need the minor, or is it like, I want to take these classes, and because I'm going to take them, I might as well get the minor? Yeah, I don't know too much about Man-Econ. It sounds interesting.
Mhm.
Yeah. I'd ask Reddit. Reddit's good at responding, except Reddit's really... The UC Davis Reddit is super, like, coronavirus meme heavy right now, so I don't know if you'll get anything good out of it.
Yeah. I think it's better if you switch it to a minor, just so you have, like, time aside for, like, not school. Well, I don't know. I mean, if you want to take it as, like, a minor, or you're doing something as a minor because you like it, that's okay, too. Because I've ended up taking, like, a lot of psych classes. And I was like, oh, maybe I should have done this as a minor.
Oh my god, Sashi and Coco are adorable. Thank you!
Not that we have anything to do with
Yeah, we don't have anything to do with
adorable.
that. They're cute on their own. Sashi's actually sleeping up there right now. You can see, like, the corner of Sashi. And I don't know where Coco is. Coco is
She's
off.
sleeping on your jacket in the bedroom.
Coco's sleeping on my jacket. Again, I see that the viewers have just gone up a little bit. So again, if you're new to the stream, thanks for joining us. My name's Alex Fisher-Wagner. I used to go to UC Davis. I currently work at UC Davis, and I now I still make videos.
Catherine, 4th year human development major.
I'm Gauruv. I'm a 3rd year electrical engineering major. Yes. Very fun.
Yeah, feel free to keep asking questions. Right now we're caught up on questions, so let's ask a do we have a good question we could ask each other?
Favorite restaurant in Davis?
Favorite restaurant in Davis? Yeah, these don't have to be all academic questions. You guys can ask fun, weird questions. I'm down.
Weird question.
Okay, well, maybe not weird ones, but yeah, if you want to ask about life or just whatever in Davis, go for it. Favorite restaurant though? Davis. I really enjoy. Come back to me.
I haven't been there.
Hey, too.
Is it like a new place?
Yeah, definitely.
Huh.
It's in my kitchen.
Oh, wow.
No, actually, my favorite on-campus place right now is Latitude. Latitude is so good. It's international food, but done really well. And I can't say more about it except it's really good. There's a video on the Student Housing UC Davis website that I made that showcases it. I'm going to just go with, for now, favorite off-campus is going to say Yakitori Yuchan, just because I like yakitori grilling a lot, so it's really yummy.
My favorite place is Centauro because they have awesome sushi. It's kind of pricey though, but also Kathmandu for Indian, very yummy.
That's a good place. That's a good place. Except,
I'm glad to hear that. Oh.
Very good.
Oh.
But they like dye their food, I think, right?
Oh, do they?
So like your hands are so orange at the end. If you get that curry, it's like
you're eating curry with your hands.
With naan?
Oh, you know what? That's probably on me for that one. Yeah.
Oh, with the naan.
Yeah.
Okay,
I do that too. Yeah.
I forgot about that.
I don't know. I mean, I can get my curry to be that color, but without dye.
Yeah, it looks like I just had a really bad hand-on job after I married, like 3 days.
It's all the turmeric.
Yes, I think so.
Yeah.
I don't actually know what it is, but yeah, it's really like orangey.
I like cooking.
Yeah. But yeah, I like that place.
Where else do you like?
Paisanos is good, but you know it's kind of on the pricey.
Paisanos is when your parents come to visit.
Exactly. Yeah. It's like an Italian place, and I love pizza. So, and then we have a lot more questions.
We have lots of new questions.
Wait, on this stream, I just exited, I think, to get my cup.
This stream is super
so
behind.
Funny.
Okay, so we have one here that says UC San Diego versus UC Davis.
Oh, Chris goes to San Diego.
Oh.
Hey, Chris, what if we just make a video? You and Garv, or me and you, make a video about the differences, because I don't know the differences off the top of my head.
That's true.
And I made a whole video about Berkeley, and it was 20 minutes in length, so...
Yeah.
But, okay, I know for Alex it was biking, but what was it for each of you that made you think Davis was the school for you?
Are they asking why I chose to attend Davis? I wish there was a video on that.
I know, man. We should really ask you why. There is a, he has a video. I don't know if you can take it too seriously. Well, seriously, though.
Yeah, seriously? Oh, man.
Why'd you choose here?
Stockton? It was,
Stockton?
Yeah.
Did you only apply to 2 schools?
No, I applied to like 7 or 8.
Oh, okay. I thought this was your only option.
Yeah, no, and those 2 weren't the only ones I got into. Yeah. I chose Davis, I guess, because proximity to my hometown. I'm from Roseville, so it's about 30 minutes away. The engineering program is nice. And there's a lot of engineering resources around here. So there's San Francisco, which has a lot of tech places. Silicon Valley is close by. I know my hometown of Roseville has HP, and then Folsom, which is like 40 minutes away as well, has Intel. So I knew there were a lot of tech places around, and I'm not that big a fan of big cities. So like somewhere like San Francisco, I wouldn't really want to be. Davis is much more low-key and suburban, which is kind of my fortois. That's not a real word, is it?
Never heard it.
I don't think
so. Yeah, proximity, vibe, and the program.
I chose UC Davis. I used to want to be a vet, so then my cousins were like, oh, UC Davis, #1 for like vet. And I was like, oh, okay, so it's been on my radar since then. I don't want to be a vet anymore. But when I was looking at schools, I kind of wanted like a small college town like vibe. So I was choosing between Santa Barbara and Davis. Unfortunately, my parents didn't want me to go to Santa Barbara because it was like, they were like, parties. and stuff, and they were also like, that's too far. So Davis, again, for like proximity, I'm from the Bay Area, so it was close enough for my parents to visit every once in a while, and also close enough for me to go back home for my friends. Yeah, I didn't actually choose it based off of any major. I visited it, I liked it, didn't want to go to SF. I hate SF, except for like visiting. I just would never want to live in SF. It's too big city.
Fair. Let's see. We've got Ben asks, did Kat perform at the TET Festival for VSA 2 months ago?
No, I wanted to. My friend in my Japanese class last quarter was like, oh, we heard you guys are performing, but I couldn't go 2 months ago, so in January. Yeah, I probably had some anatomy thing going on, honestly. I remember there was a reason I couldn't go. Otherwise, I'll always do publicity events.
For her club.
For her club.
Your club?
Oh, yeah, my club.
Club?
Yes, I'm in UC Davis's Nakikio, Hawaii, which is the Polynesian dance club on campus. So if you are Polynesian or have ever wanted to learn how to hula dance, station dance, or swing poi balls around, come check us out when you come. Check out our Instagram at NKOH UC Davis. I don't know if that's the Instagram anymore. I'll check for you guys in a second. Continue on.
How is dating at UC Davis? Alright, Renee. Dating at UC Davis. Well, how is it?
I don't know. I've never dated except I met this
We
guy.
met in college.
Yeah, we met in the same dorm.
Yeah, we both lived in Laban Hall. So I mean, I have to say it's good.
I mean, we're still together, so.
Gar?
Yeah.
Anything to add?
No.
Great.
I don't think so. I mean, it's just like you're in
That's the same everywhere.
Yeah, right.
I don't know.
I don't know. Honestly, I mean,
we have Tinder here, like
there's
everywhere else.
Tinder, there's Wildfire, and Campus
for
Crush.
Campus
Yes, you could find the person. You could also just hook up with a bunch of people. It's your choice.
Which I think is probably pretty global.
Yeah.
You can do that pretty much.
Maybe not during the coronavirus.
Maybe.
I guess in terms of like dates though,
Oh,
because
date
it's a small
spots.
town, it might be a little bit harder, especially for going around like on lots of different dates. Maybe it'll get like redundant.
Mm-hmm.
But
There's some cheap dates here though.
Yeah,
you
there
can go
are.
bowling. That's super
at
cheap.
at the MU.
At the
Super
Memorial
cheap.
Union.
Mm-hmm.
It's super cheap for students. It's wild.
Arboretum picnics are cute.
Yeah,
Arboretum
she
is
took me on the
beautiful.
cutest Arboretum picnic this year for my birthday.
That's good.
There's also some cute little restaurants downtown. T-List does like afternoon tea.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can always go into Sac.
Yeah.
Old Town Sacramento is a lot of fun. And then there's other places. And then the Bay Area is really not that far.
Okay, back to my club.
No.
Instagram, NKOH Dance.
Great. How is pre-med at UC Davis, if you know anything about it?
I'm pre-health.
Yeah, I mean pre-health, pre-med.
No, it's completely different.
Never mind, it's completely different.
Yeah, I don't know. My friends, I have pre-med friends. They study a lot. Like, I think they would at any other campus.
It's hard.
Oh, I will say one thing. I am pre-health, so pre-health for occupational therapy. I'm right now taking anatomy. What's cool about UC Davis is that because we have a medical center in Sacramento, so the anatomy course, which is required for med school, is taught by a pediatrician at UC Davis Medical Center, but he also has his PhD in anatomy, and then also he's the best lecturer. But because we work so closely with the medical center, we have access to human cadavers, which I think is kind of rare. I know UC San Diego has anatomy course, but it's animal anatomy. So we have really great cadavers and pro sections, so you can really dive deep into the anatomy world and stuff. Really great class. Really hard. It's I'm taking it right now with Dr. Gross. He's been teaching it for 20 years. Gross anatomy.
He's meant for it.
It was a destiny for him. So yeah, he's really great, interesting person. I know in the spring, they only offer it 2 quarters. In the spring, it's taught by a different professor, Professor Tucker. I think he's also good. I know it is more popular to take it in the winter, though. Great class. That's all I know about the med stuff. I'm sorry.
The other thing is that because we do have a medical center that is part of our, identity and brand, it's in Sacramento. So it's not technically in Davis. It's in Sacramento, but there's a shuttle that goes between the two.
I don't know if that will still exist.
There will always be some way to get between the two. But because of that, if you are pre-med or pre-health, you can intern there. And that's super important because we are actually one of the leading hospitals in the region. So a lot of experts.
So there's lots of different internships you can get for like anything hospital related that you can think of if you want to explore various different fields. Maybe like I think surgery is one of them. Nursing, surgery, occupational therapy, physical therapy, pediatrics in various forms. Oh my god, there's so many pediatrics internships. So those are good for like kind of figuring out which one you might be more interested in.
How is should I get Samar in here, Gauruv?
Oh, Simmer?
Samar?
He's a friend from middle school.
Okay.
Yeah.
Inside jokes here. Haha. That's fun. How's the part-time job situation in Davis? The part-time job situation. Well, so you can get an on-campus job, which is part-time.
There's lots of them.
There are lots of them.
Because it's all ACCD. Right?
No.
Oh.
So there's just lots of part-time jobs you can get all over the campus. Everything from working for ASUCD, which employs a bunch of students.
Like bus drivers.
You can be a
the
bus
most popular
driver.
kids on campus.
You can work at the Coho, which is our coffee house. You can
Work in the dining common. Oh, just kidding. Not ACCD.
not ACC. You can work in
The library.
yeah. There's a ton. There's a bunch of positions you can work
Peer
in.
advising.
But you can work as a tutor. You can work in the dining commons. You can work as a RA. Sorry, a CA.
What is a CA?
Our RAs, our resident advisors, are now called CAs, which are community advisors. I was a student videographer and photographer for my entire time as a student, basically. You're currently
What am I doing?
in orientation.
Oh yes, I'm an orientation team lead, so say hi to me at orientation when you guys come.
If we still
If
have
we
that.
still host that in person.
But yeah, so like
Cool.
orientation leaders, those are jobs during the summer.
Off-campus jobs. I mean, there's downtown,
Wow!
literally within
Sorry.
walking reach.
Wow, Rajiv.
Aw,
So nice, thank you.
I
Hearts.
hope we were able to help.
Thank you.
That's so kind. I love the Shiba Inu.
Yeah, that's what that's called.
Wow, my computer is actually dying. It's like being very laggy, so that will go through eventually.
Yeah, downtown Davis is within walking distance, so you could also work there.
Yeah,
At the many restaurants, milk tea houses, whatever, ice cream.
yeah. Aggie Joblink, is that what it's called now?
No, it's Handshake.
Handshake. There's a site called Handshake that lists all the jobs that are being posted via campus, and then also jobs off campus as
Ooh,
well.
lots of babysitting jobs because professors, but I think that's common anywhere.
Yeah.
I don't know. Let me see these babysitting jobs. Oh, that's the ones I'm searching for.
What is the best part of Davis to live in off campus?
That really depends.
Depends on what you want. Yeah.
We all live in the same area.
We
so
all
we're kind of
he lives
biased.
across the street.
Yeah.
Oh look, it's Oliver.
Aw.
Right there. Oliver's sleeping. Oh no,
There
there he
he
is.
Oh, cute.
Oh, there's Sashi. You can see his
He's
little paw up
grooming.
there. Sorry, back to your question though. So if you want to live super close to campus and you don't want to have a really like busy commute, this is right over by Quarto is the best place. Honestly, it's super close.
Is this for on-campus housing?
Off campus.
Oh.
Off campus housing. Off campus, the further away from campus you go, the cheaper the prices get.
Or the nicer the places.
Or the nicer the places get. But the closer you are to campus, a lot of the places there are some new places being built, but a lot of them are really kind of run down or just they've been here for a while. But they're so close to campus that it makes like my commute to work is literally 2 minutes on my bike. Yeah. Do you have anything else to add about off-campus living?
Wait, what was the question?
What's the best part of Davis to live off campus?
Oh. Yeah. It depends what you want, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
And then I guess there's the other argument is like certain parts of the campus are for certain majors. So I know STEM majors are more like Tercero area.
But off campus?
Yeah, so off campus there's not.
Not really.
Yeah, you still have to get.
Yeah. Oh, hello.
I think it depends, on what you want. Like, do you want to be taking the bus?
Yeah.
You'll live in North. Those bus lines can get crowded though if you go right like when everyone goes. But I mean, there's like multiple times to go.
Yeah.
North Davis is nice because it has Safe Mart and Safeway, as well as like Noah's Bagels and Peace Coffee and like the pet store. South Davis is close to Kaiser, In-N-Out, Safeway Part 2. Target is like really South Davis, really out there. West Davis has nothing. You're basically either biking or there's I don't know. I don't think there's anything there. Bus or bike, or you can live really close to campus and just like bike/walk. Like our housemate just walks to class.
Or if
we have Trader Joe's here.
Yeah, or if you want, you can live on campus. First year students are guaranteed a second year housing spot. So, if you wanted to live on campus again, you're more than welcome to. Okay, we gotta backtrack a little bit because I know we've got some questions here. How is the admission rate for American citizens who have completed high school in another country?
0%. They don't let them.
This is a lie. That's a great question. I don't know those stats. I
would email admissions.
Yeah, right? I mean, if you're technically an American citizen, so there's in-state, there's out-of-state, and there's international, and you'd have to see which one you fall under.
I mean, where are you living? I'm assuming out of country, right? You would pay.
I think so, right?
You would pay international student like fees and stuff.
But they're a citizen here.
But they're not living here.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Very specific question. Unfortunately, we don't have the answer. I'd ask admissions.
Okay, we have, hi, I'm an incoming freshman. How is biomedical engineering? And how tough is the bioengineering major is the next one? BME, biomedical engineering.
BME friends. You know BME people? I don't know how close they are with like.
I don't know. They might be closeted. I don't know. I probably know some, but I don't know any that are out. But you know some.
I've heard the major is super hard. I don't know how like hard it is in relative to like computer science or electrical engineering, but the friends that I've had, it's a lot of work. But also, I mean, what they do is really cool. I know by the time you're a senior, I think this applies for all the engineering, you have to do like senior showcase and develop a project and make something. So I think like one of my friends is working on like making a better hip for like people who are old. Like
hip replacement?
Yeah, hip replacement things or something with their hips. I think it's supposed to be really hard. That's all I got on it. That's what my friends say.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you love it, you love it. Also, it'll probably make good money in the future. So.
Do you have anything to add? No.
I mean, what's the question?
And biological systems engineering.
I don't know about
BSc, BME, and BE. All I know is that they're all. I mean, there's a lot. They're hard majors. The one interesting thing about BME, at least, is that there's a lot of professors in BME that do cross colleges research. So you would have an engineering professor that might be doing research in an L&S kind of field, if that makes sense.
Letters and sciences.
Yeah, letters and sciences. So there's stuff like that. My chat is being weird. What do we have after that? I'm really into photography and drone photography. How do you think I could integrate that with what Davis offers?
Offers in terms of like schooling?
I think what I would say is like, you know, it flying on a UC campus has a whole bunch of weird restrictions and such, so I wouldn't encourage you to just do it. I mean, technically you need to call the airport and you need to also let UC Riverside know and all this other stuff. So
UC Riverside?
They manage all the drone releases. So, tricky. But I'm sure like if you're going to talk about it in a Weightless thing, it's definitely going to be interesting.
There's also a really good photography club on campus.
Yes, there is a good photo club that a friend of ours runs.
Mm-hmm. He hosts like workshops and stuff, right?
Yeah, when we're not coronavirus.
Under normal circumstances.
Under normal circumstances. You have anything to add?
Oh no. Yeah, just some club. Probably.
Yeah,
that's how
clubs.
you use that.
How's the NPB major?
What is that?
I think it's like neurobiology, physiology, biology.
Oh.
Neuroanatomy, physiology, biology. I think it's really good. I've taken 2 professors now that teach like in the MPB area, I think. Nope, I've just taken one. Erwin Batista, he was great. I took him for MPB 10. I liked him a lot as a lecturer. I have friends who are NPB. I think it is a fairly hard major just because you're going through like all the STEM classes, and also everyone in that major I feel is like pre-med. My friend actually ended up switching out of it, but that's because she didn't really need it. So she switched to biopsych, which is another option, but I think it's supposed to be good. Unfortunately, I don't have more insight. So bad.
How hard's Mechie? You know?
Mechie? That's always a funny, weird question to me when someone's like, how tough or difficult is something? Because it's not like a scale, right? It's not like a number I could point to. It's just like it's
you
difficult.
can compare it in terms of majors, I guess.
That's true. I mean, it's difficult. Just gotta put the work in. That's it. Yeah.
Sorry, I closed a window. That was that
Oh.
thud. Oh, I guess I just disappeared. Yeah. Okay.
Oh yeah, you shut the window because
Yeah.
the guy you just punched, you threw him out the window.
Boom. Okay. So last time the stream was hour 20, so we'll go for 20 more-ish minutes. Anything else though? Any other questions that we have for each other? That'd be good. Hi, Oliver again.
Any questions we have for each other?
Yeah, what's a good
Who do
one?
you think Oliver's favorite is? Kind of taking the cake right now.
Definitely. This is Oliver, our housemate's cat. Our housemate is a grad student, and Oliver is very happy right now for all the attention. I'm going to be reading questions. Vidisha, thank you so much for the $1.50 and the cat sticker. I love it.
Oh, that's adorable.
Yeah. Oh, that's
Sorry.
great. Does doing AP courses help in completing the overall score? What's the overall
Yeah.
The overall score.
score?
Yeah.
Oliver, do you know what the overall score is?
What's the overall score?
Good point.
Okay, question. Once we get to that one,
Yeah.
what's worse, people walking slowly on sidewalks or people talking during lecture?
What's worse?
Yeah.
I think lecture.
People talking during lectures so annoying.
People walking slowly on people walking in bike paths.
That's not that common though.
It's not that common, but it's super
It
annoying.
is pretty annoying. Like, why are you in the bike lane? You're just gonna walk in the street. There's a sidewalk for you.
Yeah, no, people talking in lecture, or people that are like actively not like keeping their screen dimmed down, but doing other things on their screens during lecture.
Yeah.
Dude, I once sat in a lecture and I watched someone fighting with someone over text message on their screen. Literally, just go either like sit in the back or take your phone out, or dim your screen down so I can't read it.
Stop distracting people.
Sorry, where are we? What's your least favorite lecture hall and why?
Wait, what was that AP question?
I don't know. I asked
They
to follow
haven't-
up.
Okay.
Yeah. What's your least favorite?
What's my
Least
my
favorite
least
lecture
favorite
hall
lecture hall?
and why?
Huh. Interesting. Wow.
Herring Hall is, I'd say, the worst lecture hall. It
That's-
is like
Yeah.
super
Sorry.
steep. So when you sit towards the top of it, I don't know, it's like having nosebleeds at a concert or like Hockey game or something. And like also, this building is super old and creepy. But when you're taking an exam or something, there's like no space to exit out or walk through the rows. It's horrific.
That's a funny question. Because you wonder, where does that come from? Do they want to know to avoid it, or do they want to be like, what do they think sucks? I'm so interested on the motive of the question.
They say Wellman sucks.
They say Wellman.
I
Wellman pretty
love
shit.
Wellman.
Oh.
Besides the bathrooms.
The one lecture hall is weird in Wellman because it's like really wide. But I definitely agree. Like Herring is the worst lecture hall.
You had it for like a math class, right?
I had it from
There's this one in the Death Star. It's like 1100.
Oh yeah.
Never had a
sucks.
class in the Death Star.
Yeah.
I didn't think that one was that bad. Why don't you like it?
I don't know.
It's really big.
It's very large.
Mm.
The first day, there was a girl that got up in front of the class. It was for my computer science class, and she told, "Can I curse?"
Sure.
And she went up there, and the last 5 minutes of class, she said it 5 times. I counted because it just struck me so much. She said, "This class fucked me as a freshman." She was like, "Are you done?" She was like, "It fucked me." But what I did is I took that fear, and she went on for 5 minutes, and the whole conclusion was, I fucked that class back. And I was like, oh.
Wow.
And so that lecture has a weird start to me.
Don't say for
That's
work
so
coming.
weird.
Yeah, because I know that girl did so much fucking in that class. Receiving and giving. And I was like, oh my goodness. So.
Put on your headphones, everyone. You won't hear that until after all that, so never mind. Best lecture hall is definitely the new California hall. It's beautiful. You can see it in the video we made. She sits and takes a midterm in it, takes a midterm. Haha.
There's outlets at like every other seat. The seats are cool. The lecture hall is really nice. There's space to walk in between things. I wish I had a class there, but I'm graduating next quarter and I got nothing there.
So does doing AP courses help in completing the overall course? I'm assuming what you're asking is like doing the overall
Like major?
like series of a course. So like if you complete Calculus AB, the AP class for that, and you get a 4 or 5, you can apply that to getting out of the first or second. I can't remember if it's like I think the first Math 21A. So you can jump directly into Math 21B. Yeah, I would say AP coursework is awesome. It super helps you finish your college credits. I mean, I had a bunch of AP credit. You had a bunch of AP credit.
Only 2 of my classes were worth like actually ended up being utilized though.
Oh, okay.
It just depends on your major.
Yeah, I think so.
So like if you pass an AP Spanish exam, right, you can apply that and not have to do a language requirement.
Yeah,
If
that
you
one comes
are-
in clutch.
If you need to do a language requirement. Not everyone has to.
I think it's just letters and sciences. I think it also goes towards your 180 units you need to graduate, so that's handy.
Yeah, like I think I started as like almost a sophomore
Yeah.
or something. Is it? It's listed? Yeah.
Not me too.
Rajiv, you are welcome for
Yes.
answering questions.
Yeah, thanks for the question, Rajiv.
Yeah,
It gets
definitely.
the conversation flowing.
Good luck with everything.
Yeah, good facilitator.
Tasha asks, which bike do you recommend to buy? Aw, Mina! Hi, Mina!
Mina, I
Sorry.
miss you.
Which bike do you recommend to buy, and what kind of lock do I need?
Cheapo bike.
A roadster.
Oh, don't get a Roadster.
Is that the one you talked
Yeah.
about?
Don't get a Roadster.
Honestly, who cares?
Here's my recommendation. Yeah, get a cheapish bike.
Or used. I got mine from my mom.
Yeah, or a used bike. Don't get a cruiser. Just don't do it. They take up space, they're heavy, they're obnoxious. Don't get a cruiser. Get a hybrid. Get something that has thinnish wheels.
A Fixie's okay too.
Yeah,
because
Fixie's also
Davis
good.
Is flat.
Davis is flat as a pancake, so it is easy to get around. And get a U-lock.
You don't need like a fancy like road bike or
No,
anything.
you don't.
You're just using it to bike to campus or to classes.
Yeah.
Also, if it gets stolen, you don't want something super expensive if it's stolen. We've had bikes stolen.
Hello, sister.
And
My sister who got into Davis has joined the
Marina.
chat. I mean, yeah. Anything to add on bikes?
Oh no, I think if you're just smart with the locks, bike crime's not too big of a deal. Just gotta be smart.
Just park your bike in densely populated areas.
Right, next to nicer bikes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Her,
Yeah.
she had her bike lock cut, but that was during summer session and it was in a desolate area.
Okay, it was. If this was where all the bikes were, I parked right across the little bike street from it. But yeah, my bad. I was so sad.
Best places to eat in Davis. I think we can just run through our favorite places. Or no, okay, let's just do the best places that like by cuisine real quick.
Okay.
Thai. What's the best Thai place? We have 8 billion Thai places.
I like Taste of Thai.
Oh, Taste of Thai is
Oh,
good.
yeah,
Yeah,
but-
Taste of Thai is good.
Mhm.
Thai Canteen's the cheapest though.
Yeah.
That's the most popular
really
as
good.
well.
Japanese,
Santoro.
Zentoro.
Yeah, sure.
Good sushi. It's definitely
I think
to have your parents take you though. Best pizza.
Woodstocks for variety. What's the other place?
Blaze.
Oh,
Blaze for build your own.
Blaze.
Uncle Vito's is really good.
Oh, Uncle
Yeah, that's the
Vito's
one
is
I was
really
thinking
good.
of.
Vito's is
They
dope.
They got that New York pizza.
Yeah.
What else we got?
Woodstocks has good chicken wings. Sorry.
Oh yeah, Woodstocks is
And I don't really like
and
chicken wings.
Cinnabread.
Yeah.
And then when you're 21, it's got a nice bar and
Best
trivia.
Indian.
Best Indian. I like Kathmandu.
Yeah, Kathmandu's dope.
What other cuisines am I missing?
Mexican.
Burgers and
Best
bread?
Mexican.
Oh.
I don't know. I got food poisoning last time I went to Mexican.
Oh, there's a place. It's this sucks. I'm just gonna describe a normal Mexican place.
Great.
No, I was gonna be like, oh,
Where is it?
yeah,
Where is it?
Oh god.
By Save Mart?
It's like I know there's these apartments called Anderson and Drake.
Yeah.
It's
Taqueria.
right across the
Taqueria
street.
Guadalajara.
Yep.
That is amazing. You
That's
should try
also
that.
my favorite.
I got food poisoning.
It's part of the
I've eaten
experience.
there many times. I've never.
I also have eaten there. I really like it. It's still a good place. Best burger.
Chinese. Oh. Okay,
Burgers
best
and Brew.
burgers. Yeah, that's the only.
Or
burger.
In-N-Out.
Oh, In-N-Out.
Yeah, it's good.
Best Chinese.
Best Chinese. There's a lot. I haven't tried all of them. I like Shangdu style.
Four Seasons, right? That's the gas station. Right?
Yeah, but what's the one in
The new dim sum.
in
place?
downtown?
Oh. Don't remember.
Tasty Kitchen.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
that
Tasty
one's
Kitchen
really
is supposed to
good.
be really good. I've never
It is
eaten there
good.
though.
I've only gone twice. But they're so good.
Okay, moving on to a new question. You're welcome for answering your question.
Davis Creamery is the best ice cream.
Yeah, Davis Creamery is really good.
It's my favorite place.
How important are your second semester senior year grades? Verena.
Just don't fail.
Yeah, just
Don't fail.
That's it.
it. I walked out of my second semester grades with C's, B's, and A's. I had, I think, 2 C's, 3 B's, and 2 A's or something like that. So, and that's after having mostly A's and B's for every semester before that. So you'll be fine, just don't fail any classes.
Yeah. Don't give them a reason to not take you. That's pretty much it. Don't do anything stupid, but have fun.
Yeah, have fun,
Yeah.
don't fail any classes.
Yeah.
Work hard,
Fun in
Verena.
moderation.
Work decently hard. Yeah.
Degenerate wants to know what our majors are. So I dropped out. I don't have a major. I just work at UC Davis. I used to be a computer science and engineering major. Then I was a cinema digital media major, and now I no longer have one.
Sociology major, switched to human development.
Electrical engineering. Yeah,
And
we
we-
nailed that question.
Yeah, we did.
Holy shit.
Why does the library look like a hospital?
Because it's where you go to die.
Hospitals aren't meant for dying, but hey.
Tell that to my grandparents. Oh god. Oh, here we go.
Oh no. I don't know. Someone designed it. There are really weird things in the library, though.
Yeah.
Cages.
There's like these cages and things, but hey, that's another video at some point.
I think the library's nice. Go to the reading room.
I spent 0 time in the library.
I didn't start spending time in the library until my senior year, so.
What's up, guys? It's Audrey.
Oh.
Hello, Audrey. Grocery tips.
Grocery tips?
I have none. Go once a week. Make a list. Don't come hungry. Oh, don't come hungry is my biggest one.
Oh, that's a good idea.
You
Yeah.
end up buying too.
Grocery tips? Oh man. I guess create a routine and then just follow it.
Yeah.
Yeah, try to go grocery shopping when you can. Definitely take advantage of our amazing farmers market when you can. There's also a lot of places that have student discounts, like Safeway does, so definitely
10%
take
off.
advantage of that. Is it 10? Wow.
No, sorry,
Five.
it was 5. It's
5%. And you can stack that on top of like a
The
number.
Safeway Club card.
So, I mean, it just depends on where you like to shop. Trader Joe's is really easy for a lot of students, so
It's very popular.
right
with
there.
students, too.
bring your reusable bags.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Save the environment. And right now, everyone's panic buying, so don't do that. Burgers and brews overrated in your opinion? I agree. I also just think burgers are overrated.
Jeez. Oh my goodness.
Sorry.
But what other burger place is good?
But the thing, I think what they really have going for them is their
Scra-
proximity. It's such a
Yeah,
good
it's
spot.
so close to
is.
I
campus.
think if you switch them with like anyone else, they
Further
wouldn't
away.
do as
Yeah,
well.
it's right next to the farmer's market.
Yeah.
I like burgers and brew. You got
I do like
burgers,
it.
you have beer,
They have a
you
good
have
beer
nice
selection.
outdoor seating.
Yeah, it's really nice. And
It's
they're
open late.
They're open till like 3 or 2
Yeah,
in the morning.
We went there
We
once.
went there once at like
Freshman
1:30, just cause. Let's see. How accessible is student healthcare? Well, I'm confused maybe by the question. If you are talking about like insurance, like health insurance, you can either have your own insurance provided by your parents usually, or there is student healthcare that is you buy into it. That's at UC Davis. It's usually about $750, $800 a quarter or year. I don't remember exactly the numbers.
Yeah,
It's called UC Ship. So that's an option. That's SHIP.
Oh.
In case someone was mishearing me. So that's definitely an option out there. I guess the other thing I would say about healthcare, we have a student health and wellness center on campus that is not like, it's not a hospital or like a actual treatment center, but they can prescribe medicine and they can come and treat you, like they can make a diagnosis and stuff like that. The other thing that is being built currently is there is actually an on-campus clinic that is being built that will be within the UC Davis Health Medical System. And that's being built, I believe, for completion by 2021 or 2022.
Where?
Right next to Latitude.
Huh.
By the corner of that parking lot.
Huh.
Yeah.
There's also Kaiser.
Well, yeah, there's Sutter. There's a lot of healthcare around here. How much is it to attend Davis without housing, meal plans, etc.? Oh, hi, Tiffany. Hello.
Oh,
Hello, Tiffany.
Tiffany.
It's what? What was it?
How much is stuff with tuition cost of I don't know.
I'm planning on living outside of campus. So no housing, no meal plan. I mean, it depends on how you live, right? I think rent is going to be anywhere between, depending on how many people you want to live with and how many people you want to put in a room. It could be anywhere from like $300 to $900 for rent. Depending on how you grocery shop, it could be anywhere from $100 to $300 if you're on your own. Then you're just paying tuition and campus fees and bookstore fees.
Campus fees are campus is $4,000-ish a quarter.
And depending if you're in-state or out-of-state.
Oh yeah, that's for in-state.
So there's a lot of different things there. I don't...
Gas.
Gas if you're having a car, yeah.
Textbooks if you end up buying textbooks.
Anything to add on that?
No, I think that's
Just internet.
Oh,
You're gonna have to pay for your internet.
You
You're gonna have to pay for your own utilities, possibly, if it's not included in your rent.
I wonder how much all that
Yeah, so
is.
just that stuff.
Is that it? I
just
feel like I'm missing something.
I don't know. It's a lot of stuff.
Well, and then yeah, I mean, you're grocery shopping for yourself, or you're going out to eat, or you can buy it at meal plan outside of the thing.
So what's the ballpark? How much is it? You
So
know?
let's say rent is $500.
Let's say you spend $200. Let's say you spend $100 a week on groceries.
On groceries? Well, I got asked this the other day. They're like, how much do you think a year would you spend on groceries or
Oh,
something?
man.
I was asking a month.
Or no, I think maybe he said a month. And I'm an idiot. No, he said, what's the total cost of living? And I was like, well, rent, let's say that's right around $1,200 or something. And so I was like, oh, and I was super generous. I was like, yeah, $3,000. He was like, what? I was like, you're right. Yeah, I don't buy $1,500 worth of groceries every month. So I was like, let's just say $1,400. So I would say, like, groceries for a month, I want to say maybe $200 to $300, right? Tops.
How much
Yeah.
do you spend a week? Yeah. I mean, we live together, so it's a little different for
Yeah.
someone living on their own.
Yeah.
We shop as a unit
Yeah.
for 2 people. I would say probably, I mean, let's say you go high end, right? $100 a week
Yeah.
plus
Yeah.
rent's $500. So that's, you're looking at $900. Your bills, so that's your internet, your water, and all that stuff. That's going to be
Give it 50.
Yeah. I mean,
yeah,
this-
because you'll split that with housemates.
yeah, this
maybe.
is just doing math
Yeah.
in front of them.
Yeah.
You can do the math. Just figure out what your costs are and then
Yeah.
add them up.
Wait,
Alright.
no, they're asking because their parents have always like
I'm
paid
sorry.
for some of
I'm an
them.
asshole.
No, it's a
Gar's
good
just being
question.
mean to you guys. Degenerate, I'm so sorry for Gauruv.
No, I just realized we were like, well, yeah, this and this. I'm like, wait.
We'll
why are
go 700 to 1,000 a month.
There are a lot of good charts on the financial aid website that
I
will
think I
break
gave
it
a good
down.
estimate.
And it'll break down what it's like to live off campus without. You can see how much each thing is, and you can just start subtracting.
I think the biggest thing will just be rent and groceries.
Yeah.
So just
Rent and groceries.
yeah.
Engineering
Internships. I mean, hey,
Hey.
engineering internships.
Yes. I like it. Just says that. So it means like What do you think the angle I should take with this is? Like how easy it is to get them, or how do you get them? Or
I'm not sure.
Both, whatever you want.
interesting. Engineering internships? They're fun. No. Davis is in a really good spot. So what I would do is we have these career fairs, and a lot of these businesses come in. Like I know Intel and HP are definitely around. And what you do is just bring a bunch of copies of your resume, dress a little nicer, you know, like I would wear this but with a tie, and then I would just talk to as many people as you can. And the more that you're doing that stuff, even if you don't get anything, it's more experience. You're talking with corporate people, just getting involved in the field. And when you give them your resume, now your resume is just circling. It's in circulation with the company. Like I've heard of stories at Intel where like you'll give them your resume and then like you hear back a year later because they're like, they keep you on file. So they keep your resume and they're like, hey, remember that prospective student? Let's look back at them and see if we can bring them in now. Because they might be in like a hiring freeze or something. So I would say just put yourself out there as much as possible. Go to all these events where these companies are and bring a resume. That's pretty much it.
And then Degenerate said, I'm living with parents, by the way.
Oh.
And so, I mean, in that case, yeah, you're really going to be focusing on paying on tuition. That's kind of it.
It makes the math easier.
Yep.
Tips to moving in campus. So there'll be it's a little different this year, but there will be some kind of move-in day.
Oh.
And honestly, it's pretty seamless. I think I did it in like 2 hours. I was moved in. I don't know if I have any other tips than that. Do you guys have any tips? Things to bring?
Packing list. Oh, what to bring. Alex has a video on
There's
that.
I have a video about what you should bring. There's a few other ones too.
Mm-hmm.
Living on campus.
I would make a list today and then keep updating it as the months go on as you remember stuff. Because you randomly just remember, oh yeah, I do need that thing.
Yeah.
So start make a list today and keep updating it. Yep.
Why have you been MIA? Go check out the video that we did together.
Yes.
It's like the fake little talk show, late night talk show one. It's like 2 videos back.
Yeah.
That will answer all your questions in a very humorous 20... How long was that video?
12-minute
video.
12.
Okay.
Sorry, not 20 minutes. I mean, short story is I had a whole bunch of like family stuff going on, and then it's been just really busy in my life because of stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, short story is that. Yeah, but I'm back. I am back. I feel like I'm back.
You're also working 2 jobs for a while.
So I've just been busy. We have RT asks, what do you think we'll have? I cannot believe that we've gone 1 hour and 22 minutes without a single coronavirus question.
Yeah.
A+ to you all. You are breaking their eardrums.
I heard a rumor on Wildfire
What?
that it's confirmed that the first half. Well, that's stupid to say, right? I heard a rumor that it's confirmed. That's just. I heard a rumor that the first half of spring quarter is definitely online. But I don't know.
The first half of spring quarter is online.
I heard someone on Wildfire said there was some like confirmation somewhere.
Let's go look up what is currently. Yeah, I don't see anything new.
I haven't gotten any.
We all have
so I don't know where you guys are
speculation.
getting
Yeah, the
this
last
from.
update was on March 12th, and today's March 13th. So, this is what I personally think will happen. I don't have like any say or any proof, but personally what I think will happen is that we're going to see a lot of classes getting moved to, a remote learning system where it's going to be online or Zoom lectures or whatnot. I have no idea what they're going to do about labs. I think social distancing is going to be a thing, but that whole 6 feet rule. I think you're going to see increased sanitation. I don't think we'll close campus because a lot of people rely on campus. I think a lot of people think that campus it provides resources for them. It provides food. It provides a place to study. It provides internet.
Money.
Yeah, work.
Working.
So I don't think it'll close campus, but I do think we'd see classes get moved to an online structure. I think big events are going to get canceled, things like that. What are your guys' predictions?
Seems about the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good prediction.
We'll see. Honestly, I mean, to get like personal about it, Catherine and I were supposed to go to Barcelona next week.
Yeah.
I
was gonna go to Missouri.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He was going to go to
Really?
Missouri for Pokemon Go.
I know. What's in Missouri, right?
Pokemon Go.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
He was for the Pokemon Go community thing.
And I'm thinking
Like a
about.
community day?
Yeah.
There was like a thing, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm also thinking about going. There was this on New Year's. I bought a night tour to Alcatraz next Saturday.
Oh God.
Now I'm thinking, not a good idea.
Yeah.
My sister, I don't know if she just got hit in the head or something, but she was like,
What?
I was like, because this wasn't a very smart statement she said to me. She was like, oh, it shouldn't be a problem. We'll all be on a boat together.
Yes.
And she was like, I would get a bus, but we're gonna be on a boat. I'm like, that's just a bus on water.
With all the cruise ships.
Exactly.
That's on water.
And it's funny because she's in med school right now.
Oh yeah.
No, yeah. So yeah, there's a lot of weird personal changes. I can't watch basketball games anymore.
I know. I can't watch hockey anymore.
I can't go to Disneyland. I carry around hand sanitizer with a glittery fox on it.
Yeah, so that's, I mean, it's an evolving situation. Honestly, just keep,
Bath and Body Works.
oh wait, show it for the camera.
Be prepared. It has glitter in it too.
But also a reminder that doesn't kill coronavirus.
Yeah, it's
so.
only bacterial.
No, the glitter is what does it.
Oh, the glitter kills the viruses.
The
Got
hand
it.
sanitizer does the 99%, and the glitter is that 1%.
That 0.1%?
That's Corona.
I got
right
it. It's Corona.
Yep. Smells really good too.
It
How-
does smell good.
How long do you plan to stay in Davis?
Until I get accepted into graduate school. Just kidding, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Definitely for another year.
Yeah, definitely for at least one more year. Kind of more just on her. I mean, I have the job there, so
As happy as a clam.
I'm good. Whatever. It's totally up to her. I'll move when she wants to move. What about you, Gar? How long are you staying around as Cowtown?
Well, I'm hoping, 2 more years of school, and then we'll see what happens after that. If I get some job nearby here, I might stay nearby. I don't know, but my hometown's really close.
That's true.
So we'll see. We'll see. 2 years at least.
At least?
At least.
Not at most?
Yeah.
That's right, you're a junior.
Yeah.
So in theory, if you're incoming first year,
Senior for a second.
there is a good chance that you will see us around. That is what you're asking. I don't know if that is. That's presumptuous of me. Average cost of UC Davis for you. Is that like including tuition? Because tuition's set for everyone. So if it's just the cost of living in the city of Davis, it's going to definitely differ between the 2 of us.
Mm-hmm.
3 of us. But, I mean, you want to talk about it?
4 of us.
Oh yeah, the cats.
Average cost of UC Davis?
Well, just average cost of living in Davis.
Hmm.
Because there's financial aid and stuff that factors into like the cost of attending UC Davis, but then the cost of living in Davis is different for everyone.
Depends on where you live.
Yeah, it definitely depends on where you live and how many people you live with. Because you live with
Myself.
and
A lot of personalities.
yeah,
Yeah.
just him.
Yeah.
And we live with a housemate
In a
and
2-bedroom.
in a 2-bedroom place.
Close to campus.
And yeah, so
With scholarships and all.
It depends on your scholarship.
yeah, it depends on the scholarships. If you have grants, right, you're not paying interest on those. They're not loans, so that helps. And I'm not gonna I'm not gonna ask anyone here to tell their financial situations.
No, you're right, but I will. So, let's see. Shresh, what's your financial situation?
Oh.
Well, I meant us up here on the couch.
Oh.
Telling
right.
our financial situations to them.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do tuition. Is like 4,000 plus whatever school stuff. Whatever. I'll just say 4,000 plus like groceries. I spend about $200 to $300 on groceries each month.
Mhm.
Okay, so we're at 4,300
Rent.
plus rent. I pay 458. So 60 with like utilities. So I'm at 500.
5,000.
So 5,000. What else? We have cats, so we have to pay for cats.
We have cars.
We have cars. You know what?
So it's probably close.
Maybe
It's probably
7,000 a month.
yeah. It's probably.
Oh wait,
close.
sorry, not 7,000 a month. 4,000 was for a quarter.
So then
Each month.
each quarter's 3 months.
Okay, divide that. It's like
Multiply
1,000.
15.
I'm not doing the math. Are you doing the math?
It's about 10,000 off campus a quarter.
Sure.
It's between
Sure.
10,000 and 11,000 off campus
I was
a
gonna
quarter.
go for a month, but so divide that.
And then if you have scholarships, right, that number's going to
3,000
go
a
down.
Yeah.
quarter.
I know on-campus housing is about 14 to 15,000 a quarter, I believe,
With your meal plan.
with meal plan and everything. But again, with scholarships, that's going to go down. It really just depends on which scholarships you have and which loans you're taking.
Also, whatever extracurriculars you choose to do.
Oh yeah, so like when I played ice hockey, that was $800 a quarter. So that was an additional thing that I was having to pay for. Alright, we're wrapping up. I'm going to take these final 2 questions here. We've got best spots to hike around Davis.
I've never been hiking, but the Arboretum is a really nice walk.
It's a nice walk. Have you been hiking?
I don't think I have.
My recommendation is Berryessa.
Oh.
Lake Berryessa is not too far from here, and you can hike around that place.
Also great kayaking.
Also good kayaking and boating and jet skiing and all around.
Would you consider, I mean, they say around Davis, but would you consider Tahoe pretty close? I think it's like day trip.
Tahoe
Tahoe.
is actually really close, yeah.
Yeah.
And
I like Tahoe.
there's a
Tahoe's really
bunch of
cool.
forest and a bunch of hiking.
Yeah, yeah.
Also,
Yeah.
Lake Tahoe.
Oh, Lake Tahoe is awesome.
Kayaking part 2.
Yeah. And honestly, I mean, you can get to the bay, and in the bay there's the Redwoods, Redwood Regional,
Yeah.
and the hiking there is really nice. Mount Diablo is really close. That's also really nice hiking.
And the sidewalks in San Francisco are pretty,
Yeah,
It's
honestly,
true.
you want to
Wow,
hike
look
into
how-
the city?
yeah. And there's a lot of just animals to look at, just on the streets. So,
Oh dear God.
Best
Best food spot around Davis. We answered this one earlier, but I think we all remember our answers, right?
Zentoro.
go to Sweet and Savory. I
Oh,
haven't
yeah.
plugged them.
That's a good one.
Go to Sweet and Savory.
And
I'm
they-
their number 1 mascot.
For
And they,
Their mascot.
their Italian ice or for their crepes.
everything. But they're Italian ice.
Yeah.
I'll
So,
plug Latitude for on-campus dining and off-campus. What's something that I like to eat at a lot that we haven't said? Sweet honey desserts.
Oh, that place is
They
the
have good
best.
desserts.
is that the name of a place?
Yeah.
Sweet Honey
Honey
Desserts?
desserts.
Oh, yes, my sister is right. You can also go skiing in Tahoe.
Yeah.
Tahoe. Why do I say it that way?
It's a weird word now that we've said it.
Also, actually, one of the better deals to go off of that, there is a ski resort area called Boreal.
Yeah.
And
Ooh, yeah.
on Fridays, if you can set up your fall or winter schedule to not have class on Fridays, you can go to Boreal for $15 for your day ski pass. And you can ski all day for $15.
I think it's 9 a.m. to 9 p.m.
Yeah, it's wild. This year, I screwed up my knee a bit, so I didn't get to go skiing at all. Also, it did not rain.
Also, I had lab. So, it
So,
sucked to me.
lots of things happened. But next year, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe my knee will be better. Thanks, Verena, for that reminder. Yeah, that is it. Thank you, people, for showing up. Again, if you want more UC Davis content, subscribe to myself or to Garv. And if you want cat content, subscribe to her channel. Searching his name will bring up stuff. Searching, you're already on my channel, so you can hit the subscribe button. And her channel is in the description below.
Cats.
If you have more questions, feel free to leave it in the comments of this video or any of the other videos. We'll leave this up as an option. And thank you everyone who donated money. That's super nice. I can buy 2 bobas today
Yes, thank
because of that money.
Chris and Rajiv.
And one other person. We had one other person.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but
Oh,
my
no.
computer's lagging
It
out.
was the cat person, right?
Oh, give us a cat.
I want to thank them all, but my computer is lagging so hard.
Badisha. If I'm saying that right.
Vidisha, Rajiv, and
Chris.
Smoothie Chris. So thank you all. Yeah. You are all very welcome, and hope to see you all soon. And as always, don't forget to be awesome.
Oh wow, the tagline. Oh, killed it.
Stream. We're still live, technically.
Oh man, we should do that thing where we just
We're
keep it on.
still live.
And then we start talking shit about something.
We're still live. I do want to end my stream. Bye, guys.